Pakistan has one mood, and that one mood is crisis. If it's not financial ruin, it is a military coup. If it is not a coup, it is a protest. If it's not a protest, it's an insurgency. This is a country that hurtles from one crisis to another. But this time it's different, because all the crises are hitting them together. There's unrest in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, PoK. There's an insurgency in Balochistan. There's a flashpoint at the border. And the economy? It's as bad as always. Which makes you wonder, is Pakistan's leadership losing its grip on the country? Actually, let me rephrase that. Is Asim Munir losing his grip on Pakistan? Let's look at what happened in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. This is a part of Kashmir illegally held by Pakistan. On Monday, massive protests broke out there. Thousands of people hit the streets of PoK. The government responded with a brutal crackdown. They fired water cannons and tear gas at the protesters. Take a look at this. At least 3 protesters were killed, plus over a dozen were injured, and this happened across PoK, in Muzaffarabad, in Mirpur, in Rawalkot, and in Neelam. But what triggered it? What triggered this protest? These protests were organized by a group called the AAC, the Awami Action Committee. They have listed 38 demands to the government. Some of them are quite basic, like subsidies on flour and electricity. Others are more complicated, like abolishing the refugee seats. You see, the PoK assembly has 53 seats. Out of these, 12 are designated for refugees, basically people who come over from Jammu and Kashmir. The protesters say this is unfair. They accuse Islamabad of hijacking the system, of appointing their proxies to these reserved seats. And this is just one issue. PoK has long-standing grievances with Islamabad. They pay taxes, but they don't get the benefits. Most of their resources are siphoned off by Islamabad. Consider hydropower. On paper, PoK generates enough electricity for itself, but the power bills are higher than anywhere else in Pakistan, so the local leaders are fed up. They announced a shutter-down protest from Monday. Thousands flooded the streets with slogans and flags, but the government hit back. They called in additional troops from Punjab. They also deployed 1,000 riot cops from Islamabad. All entry and exit points were blocked, and finally the internet was cut off. You saw the crackdown that followed. Fearing more violence, the shutdown has been called off, but a second round is slated for October 15th. So this standoff is far from over, and it's not Pakistan's only challenge at the moment. Today, a deadly explosion ripped through Quetta. This is the capital city of Balochistan, yet another restive region of the country. Around noon, a car bomb exploded in Quetta, that too outside a paramilitary office. The attack was captured on a nearby CCTV camera. You can see the vehicle turn around a corner and then explode. Take a look. Officials say 10 people were killed in the attack, plus 30 others were injured. 6 of them are believed to be critical. And who is behind this attack? Well, Balochistan is home to violent separatist groups. They have launched multiple attacks in recent months. But Pakistan is not blaming them. Their president says the TTP was behind this attack. The TTP is the Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan. Or simply put, it is the Pakistani Taliban. And the president did not stop there. He also pointed a finger at India. Let me quote the statement from his office. President Asif Ali Zardari strongly condemned the Quetta attack by Fitna-e-Khawarji, acting on India's agenda. Pakistan's, its people and its security forces shall prevail. In case you're wondering, Fitna-e-Khawarji is another name for the TTP. But more importantly, How is this India's fault? The TTP has ties to the Afghan Taliban, the same Taliban that you cultivated and armed. So this is not India's agenda. This is the outcome of your terror sponsorship. And it's become a trend. Whenever there's an attack, Pakistan blames India. Remember the Jafar Express attack? Baloch insurgents hijacked an entire train. They killed more than 30 passengers. Even then, Pakistan pointed fingers at India. It's basically a cop-out. Asim Munir cannot stop the separatism. He cannot prevent the attack. So what does he do? He distracts using India, either by blaming India or by attacking India. And frankly, it's not a surprise. Nobody in Pakistan does the job they're supposed to do. The Prime Minister is busy serving the army chief. The army chief is busy doing politics, and the army is busy containing the opposition. In the end, it's the Pakistanis who suffer.